Hello and welcome student. Today we will be learning a poem from English Standard 6th. The poem wrote by Edith Nesbit. Slip My Treasure. In her poem, she explained how mother is trying to make her baby to sleep by giving examples. Let's see a brief information about our poet Edith Nesbit. Edith Nesbit was born on 15th August 1858 in England and died on 4th May 1924. Her pet name was E. Nesbit. She was writer and poet too. Her nationality was English. Her notable work were the story of the treasure seekers, the railway children, and many more. She was also a political activist and co-founded the Fabian Society, a socialist organization. Nesbit published approximately 40 books for children, including novels, collection of stories, and pictures books. So, student, you can see the image of our poet too on our screen. Edith Nesbit.
Why sleep is important for baby. In your slide, you can see how the baby is sleeping. So let's see why sleep is important for baby. While it looks like your baby is just catching, the reality is that an enormous amount of physical and mental development happens during the sleeps as initial layer of fat called myelin forms around nerve fibers during sleep, and recent research shows connection between the left and right hemispheres of children's brain are strengthened during sleep. These developments help brain functions mature. They also influence critical abilities such as language, attention, and impulse control. Brain activity during sleep has a direct effect on a child's ability to learn and may even affect developmental and mood disorders. Simply put, sleep builds your baby's brain. So, it's necessary that the sleep is important for baby, but it is also important for grown up too. Introduction of the poem. The treasure in the poem is the baby who is being addressed by the mother. The mother is describing the night and telling the child to sleep. The mother is also telling the child to wake up in the morning while describing how the beautiful morning scenario would be. In this poem, the poet uses the points such as she uses natural elements for further describes her opinion about sleeping. She mentioned birds, daisies, lilies, and sparrows in the poem. She also explained how one gets tired and sleeps after a hectic day.
Let's recite a poem, Sleep My Treasure. Sleep My Treasure, a poem like lullaby, where mother is addressing her baby as a treasure and uses many natural elements to describe her opinion about sleeping. Sleep, sleep, my treasures, the long day's pressure has tried the bird to the nest they creep. The garden still is alight with lilies, but all the daisies are fast asleep. Sleep, sleep, my darling, dawn wakes the starling. The sparrow stirs when he sees day break, but all the meadow is wrapped in shadow, and you must sleep till the daisies wake. E. Nesbit. So, student, this is our full poem, Sleep My Treasure. You can see this poem is divided into into two stanza, and you can also see in the image how the mother is trying to make her baby sleep. Now let's see our poem and the meanings. Sleep, sleep, my treasure, the long day's pleasure has tried the birds to their nest they creep. New words from this stanza are treasure, something that is precious and highly valued. Here, the baby or child. Pleasure, enjoyment, happiness, or satisfaction. Creep, moving slowly without any noise. So, in this four line, poet E. Nesbit says, baby is a treasure to her mother, and she also gives the examples of birds who also became tired from their long day's work. Even they too are going slowly and quietly to their nest for sleep. So, my dear child, it's time for you also to sleep. The garden still is alight with lilies, but all the daisies are fast asleep. New words from this stanza, still, staying in the same position without moving. A light brightly lit up. Asleep, in a state of sleep. Explanation. Student, in this four line, the poet has mentioned about the garden, who is still, means no movements or motion is there, lit up with lilies, but all the daisies which you can see in our image in the garden were too fast asleep. So, my darling, it's time for you to sleep. The mother is giving the examples of lilies, daisies, garden for the baby to sleep. Sleep, sleep, my darling. Dawn wakes the starling. The sparrow stirs when he sees day breaks. New words, darling, used as an affectionate form of address to a beloved person. Starling, a wooden pile erected with others around or just upstream of a bridge or pier to protect it from the current or floating object. You can see in our image. Dawn, the first appearance of light in the sky before sunrise. Stir here means wake up, moves slightly. Explanations. So, the poet Nesbit again, she is addressing to baby as my darling. She says, dawn wakes the starling, means a black birds, and the sparrow moves slightly, means slowly, as they realize it is morning. But all the meadows is wrapped in shadow, and you must sleep till the daisies wake. E. Nesbit. New words, meadows, a piece of grassland, specially one used for hay. Wrapped here means covered. In, in this last, the poet says, but all the meadows are still covered with shadows. So again the poetess tell the baby to sleep till the daisies wake up.
Figure of speech. Student, in this poem, we will learn another one more figure of speech, that is repetition. Repetition occurs when a word or phrase used more than once. Repetition can also create a pattern. Example, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny compared to what lies within us. So here us the word is repeated. So it is repetition. Rhyming words also is there. Repetition of the same or similar sound at the end of words or line. Example, hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, and down he run hickory dickory dock. So here you can see the underlined word dog, clock and dog. These are the words are means going in rhyming. So it's a rhyming word. Now let's see the example of repetition from our poem. Slip, slip, my treasure. So in this line, slip, slip is repeated. So it is repetition. Slip, slip, my darling. Again, slip, slip is repeated in second line. So it is repetition. Summary of the poem. The mother in the poem is putting her baby to sleep. The mother is addressing the baby as her treasure. She says that the birds are very tired due to the long day's pleasure of doing lots of work. Hence, They move slowly and quietly to their nest because through all the days they were working very hard. Since all the birds have gone to their nest, the garden is still, means there is no movement in the garden. No movement is seen anywhere, yet it is brightly lit up and appears lively due to the showy lily flowers. In contrast, all the daisies that had earlier bloomed in the garden are fast asleep. Means here the mother is explaining her that all the flowers, means whatever the things were there in the nature, they have gone to sleep. As the mother is telling the baby to go to sleep, she also mentions that dawn wakes up the blackbirds. The sparrows start moving and stir itself when he sees dawn. But the whole meadow is covered in the shadow of the night. The baby too must sleep till daybreak and till the time the daisies wake up. So here the mother is explaining, means she is saying the baby to go to sleep till till the daisies wake up.
Let's do the evaluation of our poem Sleep My Treasure. Question number 1. Answer in one sentence. Who is the speaker in the poem? Answer is the mother is the speaker in the poem. Second, whom is the poem being addressed to? Answer, the poem is addressed to the child or baby. Third, what time is described in the poem? Answer is night time is being described in the poem. Fourth, what does the dawn do? Answer, dawn means early morning wakes the starling, a commonly seen blackbird. Question number 2. Answer in brief. What does the sparrow do at daybreak? Answer is the sparrow starts moving slightly, means slowly, at the break of day to indicate that he was woken from his sleep. Second, what has happened to the meadows? Answer, the meadow is totally, means fully, wrapped, means covered in the shadow of the night, means it is totally dark. Third, till what time is the mother telling the child to remain asleep? Answer, the mother is telling child to remain asleep till the daisies awaken themselves at dawn. Grammar part. Pick out the rhyming words from the poem. Answer is in first stanza the rhyming schemes are treasure, pleasure, creep, asleep. In second stanza, darling, starling, break, wake, meadow, shadow. Second, use these words to write other related words to form a word wrap. So, first there is sleep. So, related to sleep students, you are supposed to write the answer. So, sleep. So, related to sleep, the words are dream, bed, rest, night. Second, day. Related to today, the words are school, sunlight, play, work, morning, bright. Garden. Related to garden, the words are children, play, insects, grass, birds, walk. Now, birds. Related to birds, the words are colorful, fly, wings, nest, eggs, chirping. Meadows. Related to meadows, the words are shooting, green, grass, pleasant, walk. Student, you are supposed to write the words related to these words which is given in the circle. Thank you, student.